The year is 1000. There are no ambulances, no antibiotics, no police sirens in the night. Just smoke, mud, and a river that might poison you. Two cities rise from the cold breath of Europe, Paris and London. In one, a single cup of water can end your life within days. In the other, a knock at the door could mean raiders or soldiers claiming your home. Most people who enter either city will not live long. The question is not which one is richer, not which one is stronger. The question is simple. Where would you die first? Europe in the year 1000 is fragile. Empires have collapsed, borders are uncertain, kings rule by strength more than law. News travels slowly, but fear travels fast. The Roman Empire is a memory. Its roads still exist, but its protection does not. The calendar itself feels heavy. Many believe the end of the world could be near. The millennium carries spiritual tension. Churches overflow with whispered prayers. Life expectancy hovers somewhere around 30 to 40 years, and that is if disease, famine, or violence do not intervene first. Cities are not the shining capitals known today. They are survival machines. They exist because rivers exist, and rivers give life and take it. Paris in 1000 is not yet the grand capital of France. It is a fortified settlement centered on the Île de la Cité, an island in the Seine. Wooden houses lean dangerously close together. Upper floors nearly touch. Streets below are narrow and permanently wet. Rain does not wash the city clean. It mixes with waste. Buckets empty from windows. Animal remains rot beside butcher stalls. The Seine carries fish, trade, and sewage. The smell is constant. Smoke from hearth fires hangs thick in the air, stinging eyes and coating lungs. Yet Paris feels organized. Count Hugh Capet has established the Capetian dynasty not long before this era. Stability is growing. Power concentrates slowly. Merchants arrive by riverboat. Grain flows from surrounding lands. Paris is becoming a hub. But growth creates a new enemy, crowding. Homes pack tightly within defensive walls. Families share single-room structures. Animals sleep beside humans in winter for warmth. And this is where the real killer waits. Disease spreads fastest in tight spaces. A cut from a rusted knife, a fever that does not break, a child coughing through the night. There is no germ theory, no understanding of contamination. If illness strikes, treatment means prayer at the early foundations of what will later become Notre-Dame de Paris. Hope replaces medicine, and sometimes hope is not enough. Morning begins before sunrise. Bakers stoke ovens, fishmongers shout across muddy paths, bells echo from church towers. A merchant named Etienne unloads salted fish from a riverboat. He drinks from the Seine. He has done so his entire life. 2 days later, he feels weak. By the 4th day, fever grips him. His family cannot afford a physician. Even if they could, treatments are primitive. Within a week, the house is quiet. In medieval Paris, death is ordinary, and the river flows on. Across the Channel, London stands beside the River Thames. Unlike Paris, London carries visible scars. Only decades earlier, Viking forces repeatedly attacked England. Fires consumed parts of the city. Entire districts were abandoned. The Danish king Sweyn Forkbeard will soon take control of England in 1013. London in 1000 exists in tension. Roman walls still stand, old, cracked, but strong. Inside them, life gathers cautiously. Timber homes cluster together. Livestock roam the streets. Smoke rises from cooking pits. But London feels more spread out than Paris. There is space to move. There is also danger. Political instability means alliances shift quickly. Armies march without warning. A stranger could be a traitor or a scout for invading forces. Violence is not theoretical. It is recent memory. A widow named Alfwyn lives near the Thames. Her husband died defending the city during earlier conflicts. She survives by selling wool. At night, she listens, not for church bells, for ships. If unfamiliar sails appear at dawn, panic spreads instantly. Markets close, doors bolt. Unlike Paris, where disease creeps slowly, London's danger can arrive with horns and war cries. And then there is the river. The Thames floods unpredictably. Homes near its banks collapse into cold water. Winter in London bites hard. Without enough wood, families freeze. Survival here requires strength. Paris tests endurance. London tests resilience. Let's remove romance from history. What truly ends most lives? In Paris, the invisible killer. Contaminated water, dysentery, infections from untreated wounds, rapid disease spread in dense housing. The walls that protect Paris also trap sickness inside. Epidemics can sweep through the island with terrifying speed. You might survive war, but you cannot outrun contaminated water. Paris pills quietly. In London, the unpredictable blow. Political violence, raids, winter starvation, fire, flooding. London's deaths are sudden, but they are not constant. Violence flares, then fades. Between conflicts, life stabilizes. Disease exists here too, but lower density slightly reduces spread. In Paris, anxiety comes from within. Every cough sounds dangerous. Every market crowd feels risky. In London, fear looks outward. Every approaching ship could mean invasion. Which is worse, the slow dread of sickness or the sudden terror of war? One drains you daily, the other shocks you instantly. Historically speaking, Paris presents the greater long-term survival threat. Why? Because disease is relentless. It does not negotiate. It does not retreat. Violence in London is episodic. Epidemic illness in Paris can become constant. If forced to choose the more deadly environment overall, Paris wins. Not dramatically, but statistically. It suffocates life slowly through density and contamination. If survival depends on avoiding immediate death, London offers slightly better odds. More space, greater ability to flee danger, less concentrated disease spread. Paris protects you from enemies, but traps you with illness. London threatens you with chaos, but allows escape. Neither welcomes the modern body, but if one city gives a marginal edge, it is London. Paris glows with elegance. London shines with power. Yet beneath every cafe, every subway tunnel, every modern street, lies mud, lies smoke, lies fear. 1,000 years ago, survival was not about success. It was about waking up tomorrow. Between Paris and London in the year 1000, one kills silently, one kills suddenly, but both demand the same price: strength, luck, and the will to endure. So the real question is not which city was deadlier. It is this: would you last a week?